We're live.
You should follow us, guys. Yeah,
hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, buddies?
Buddies.
Hey,
What does that even mean? I'll have to show you something.
All right, what episode we got? 239?
235. 236.
239 or 238.
Yeah, because I remember 238 was Joey's poopy pants incident.
Right, yes.
Gotcha.
Big
episode.
Big episode.
238.
A very special episode.
Crazy one.
By the way,
I watched the TikTok on that. I didn't know what to say. It was a little bit.
It was quite the episode.
I mean, I wasn't lying to you when I
I think
called
I was
you about
laughing more at your guys' reaction to
Oh
it.
my god, I forgot you weren't here.
Yeah.
it. He wasn't here for that.
fuck.
You missed a wild episode on Friday.
Apparently.
It was
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
A lot
was
of
nuts.
I ran an interesting show, so
Good for you, John.
glad to hand it back over to you.
I honestly don't even remember the episode on Friday. Probably for the better.
Oh, you 100% remember the shitting the pants one.
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember.
But then we
that.
talked about like things getting stuck in people's butts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Very butt-based episode.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about that one.
It's always good to mix one of those in every once in a while, just to make sure everyone's fine.
We spend so much time talking about all this stuff. We never talk about butts.
Yeah.
239?
239.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This Monday morning here, we got episode 239 on that boss.
On that bloss.
One of these days he's gonna flap and hit me in the face.
Maybe. No promises. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn your notifications on. We got a brand new week. That means brand new videos will be coming out. And new podcast episodes will be coming out. So make sure you check that out. We got Snack Times Tuesdays and Thursdays. We got Flaming Hot Fridays on Fridays. I mean, there's no other way for me to put it. And we've got Mug Shots on Fridays. We have 2 new episodes on the podcast coming out tomorrow and Wednesday, respectively. So we got a lot of shit going on. Gardner, take it away.
Welcome back,
I wish
Gardner.
Joey were here to talk about this topic because I feel like he'd have something to say. But we're gonna start off with Evander Kane's wife claims NHL star tanked games for gambling profit.
Yeah, dude. I didn't know this was his wife that came out and said this. Are they on bad terms?
Well, in bad terms, it sounds like he's a real piece of shit. So she posted some screenshots and stuff like that on Instagram.
Oh, man.
Pretty much, he is in such bad gambling debt apparently that he has to sell his house
Which is insane.
with his wife. There's a child, and she's pregnant too.
Oh.
So they have another child on the way. And they have to, he wrote this email to her that she screenshotted and put in an Instagram post that said, "Good morning. This is the most professional email you can send to your wife imaginable. Good morning. As we have discussed recently, I will be coming to see Kensington on August 8th and 9th as agreed. There will be no change in that plan. Also, I please ask you to leave the house key to the Richland property when you move out the next day or two under the mat at the front door, as the realtor who is selling the property needs access to show it. And then thank you for your cooperation in advance, Evander Kane." To his wife. This is the email he sends to his wife.
I don't know if he wrote
They're
it.
still together.
That makes it sound like there's like a custody thing.
I mean, I think they're separated at this point.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
if it's not officially over, it sounds like it's on its way out.
Good Lord.
Apparently, while this all happened, while they have to sell their house, while all this stuff is happening, he's still going out and partying and gambling and blowing money because he's an addict.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's got some serious problems.
So he's just fucking over his family, and now apparently she's claiming that he gambles on games too, and that he throws games.
I mean,
Dude, so if he's in that much gambling debt, he's had a decent career. He has made millions of dollars in the NHL. To be in gambling debt after millions of dollars,
Well, look at Anton Walker.
my
Made over $100 million. He's broke.
goodness. Oh my God! And gambling on his
go down
own.
the
So
list.
gambling on his own games and throwing them. That's what you said.
That's some of it. That's probably more than
man.
that though too.
That's tough.
But here's one of the things that always irked me about the league getting in bed with gambling, is that the league is encouraging this behavior from its fans, and so the players might do it too. I mean, so FanDuel, all this stuff is all shoved down everyone's throat.
Oh yeah, baby.
And now they have the books pretty much. I mean, they're opening books at stadiums now. In DC, they're opening a book in the Nat
Yeah, they
Stadium.
are.
They should though.
That's gonna be at every stadium soon.
But
I think it's smart.
I think it's smart, but also, if this behavior is so, shunned by the league for players doing it, and yet you're the league itself and you're benefiting off of it, it just seems hypocritical for a league to be able to go out there and say, "Oh, our players shouldn't gamble, but we can profit as much as we want off gambling."
People are gonna gamble no matter what. Also, fucking I hate these mugs. NHL players notoriously too, just are huge gamblers / partiers. It's just kind of the rap they get around the league and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, this is obviously a whole different level of it. And also based off what you just said, I don't think it fully encourages it more. They're going to do it regardless, no matter if it's in the stadium or not.
If the teams have the lines of the game up on the scoreboard before the game, it's definitely encouraging it. I mean, they want people to gamble, and having a sports book is encouraging it for anyone.
But anyone's going to do it. If you're going to bet, you know the lines regardless if you're at the game or not looking at it on the Jumbotron.
If you're a degenerate gambler, you're going to bet regardless. So, yeah.
It is meant to get the casual fan in on betting, though. You know, someone who just shows up for the game that day, and if they can walk up to a booth and throw down $20 on their favorite team,
yeah. I don't think it encourages the players more, is what I'm saying. I don't think it affects that at all.
I'm just saying it's hypocritical, though, for the league to go around and promote gambling and then also shun gambling. I'm not saying they should allow players to gamble. That's not the answer. I'm just saying it is hypocritical regardless. Whether or not it's right or wrong, it's hypocritical.
Yeah.
Hypocritical.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. You're like the guy who adds the ad libs at the end of the sentences. Hypocritical. There you go.
All right, moving right along. We got some Olympics medal updates, and then we have some interesting Olympic topics that we're actually going to talk about later in the episode. So we'll get there. But first, we got China at the top. With 28 gold medals. Holy shit. 59 total medals, 16 silver and 15 bronze. United States in second. 21 gold medals, 24 silver, 16 bronze. They're actually in the lead for the total number of medals at 61, and then Japan rounding out the top three at 17 golds, 16 silvers, 10 bronze, and 33 total.
Now, before we continue this conversation, this could be just me being extremely naive. Do the Olympics really last this long? It seems like it's been going on for like 2 or 3 weeks now.
So they started last.
Seems like it just won't fucking end.
They started Friday, like not last Friday, but Friday before that, and they end this Friday. The closing ceremonies are this Friday. So this is the last week of the Olympics.
But they do start like a couple days earlier too, like before the opening ceremonies. Technically, like softball started like that Wednesday and like stuff like that. So it does seem like it lasts a long time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do we have an update on the
not losing your marbles fully
on the men's not men's baseball team, the baseball team, the USA baseball team?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I got it up. They're up 6-3.
Have they lost yet?
Oh no, not 6-5. Dang, last I checked, it was 6-3. They just gave up 2 runs. They're up.
Have they lost yet?
What?
They haven't lost yet, right?
No, they haven't lost yet. They're playing Japan. This is the knockout round, though.
I assume Japan has a very good team.
Tanaka, Masahiro Tanaka pitched for them this morning.
That's cool.
Yeah, because now he's back
Is
in
he?
Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's playing in Japan
That
now
was my question.
because he didn't like how he was treated in New York.
Well, I was
And
gonna
so,
say,
he was
so-
like, I'm out of here.
Do you know if the Japanese league, like, if you're playing actively in the Japanese league, can you play for the Olympic team?
Yeah, you can.
If you're an active MLB player?
Olympic golf
Not for an
update?
active
Am I allowed
MLB
to
player,
do
though.
that?
Yeah.
Olympic what?
Golf update.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so the golf came to a conclusion. Our poor South Koreans, Siwoo Kim and Sung Jae Im, did not medal.
They're going.
So
they're going to the
Not
front
only are they going into the army, but Mike also lost a shit ton of money.
Okay. Yep, they did not medal. I don't know what the next steps for them are. Xander Schauffele, an American, took home gold, so that's
Nice.
good for him. He can't seem to close on a major, but won a gold. Some random guy from, I think, Austria won silver, and then it ended up being a 7-way playoff for bronze because everyone was tied for third. This guy, CT Pan, I also believe he's an American, ended up winning bronze. So
That's awesome.
Good overall golf. Sorry to our fellow South Koreans who.
How was the
now-
course?
The course was beautiful. The course did not win though, unfortunately, this week. I'm always rooting for the course myself, but it did not win this week. Like the winning score is like 18 under.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I want to talk about my new favorite Olympic sport. It was Friday night. We get back. Joey was staying over at our place Friday night.
I'm sure you guys had a ball.
Yeah, we went out. You know, it was a friend of ours going away party, so we went out. We get back. It's like 1:30 in the morning. We say, okay, what's on the Olympics? Turn it on. Trampoline.
Ooh.
Greatest Olympic sport ever.
It's pretty electric.
All they do is they jump on a big trampoline and they just get super high up. They're like flying in the air, and then they start doing all these like flips and shit. It's truly like one of the most incredible things I've ever seen.
How do they come down? Like how do they land?
They don't.
Gravity.
They don't have legs, but they don't have legs.
Fuck.
Good answer. They just kind of like stop themselves.
Jackass. Is there like a mat to land on?
So there are mats to land on. Some
Concrete on all sides.
and
Don't
spikes.
fucking miss the trampoline.
Concrete and spikes.
All right, so that sounds
shark fin.
interesting, man.
Yeah, it's life or death.
How big are the trampolines? Like, what's the margin for error here?
Every
say
time
it's
they
probably
bounce
about-
up, it gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, they switch it out. I would say it's about 15 feet wide, if I had to guess.
No, there's like 4 of them too.
Maybe bigger than that, though, honestly. 20 feet.
Yeah.
Compared to a football field, how big?
You guys got any other Olympic updates?
0.5 football.
How many
field.
meters?
One quick story about the jumping. So we were watching it, and like they're doing flips and stuff, and there's like mats all around the trampoline, and so like if you fall off the trampoline, your round's over. If you like miss your landing, and so like they're jumping, and like people like will hit the mat, but they'll like usually hit it fine or whatever. And so I say, I turn to Dave and Joey, and I'm like, I just want someone to fucking break their neck right now. Jeez. And I kid you not, immediately after I said that, some guy misses the trampoline.
It was more like mid-sentence.
Did you feel like an asshole?
No. I felt like a god.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
It's
Note
just
to self,
wouldn't it be the
never catch
funniest
Johnny after
thing
1:30 in the
someone
morning.
just, if someone just like totally ate shit, like broke their neck on this event, and then as he's saying that, this guy's leg goes through the trampoline, through like the side of the trampoline.
He was fine. He was fine.
Christ.
But it was just the funny timing. But yeah, truly incredible event. Olympic trampolining.
Or some archery as well.
Yeah, I didn't watch
Dude, it's
that.
pretty
was that?
incredible.
Well, you did. You were just
I know.
unconscious by then. But yeah, I have a pretty cute video of Johnny and Joey asleep on the couch together. But yeah, archery is that's tough. If you get a 7, you're done. Like,
Oh yeah, see you later.
everyone's getting.
It's like
8, 9,
bowling,
10.
man. If you don't get a
basically.
strike,
Oh, Olympic bowling would be sick.
I'm surprised it's not a sport, honestly.
Yeah.
Big Nick, you ever competed in a bowling tournament?
I have not.
Never
I
done
haven't
competitive?
I haven't bowled enough to get there yet.
There was
Bowling with Big Nick is gotta be.
I've heard that you're quite the
Oh,
bowler.
I was.
Bowling
And then
with Big Nick is-
the pandemic came and fucking I didn't
Yeah.
go in there for like a year.
Bowling with Big Nick is extremely fun.
Oh my god.
He
it's
gets so
hilarious.
fired up, and if he doesn't hit a strike,
What the fuck? That fucking pin!
You were thinking about joining one of those leagues
I was.
at one point, right?
I was.
Yeah.
Yep, I was.
coronavirus.
COVID. Fucking bastards.
Took away all your
A little
bowling
news,
hopes and
Olympics
dreams.
news this morning, though. Simone Biles is now going to compete in one of the events.
Oh, she is?
Nice.
Yeah, she's
Beam.
Yeah, for the balance beam.
Nice, that's
she's
awesome.
competing in the
Yeah,
finals
that's
for
cool
that.
to see.
And then
So
also,
we will see her after all.
other big news, women's soccer is out of the
Yeah.
Olympics.
Whoa, who'd they lose to?
Canada.
Jesus, dude, they're a fucking joke.
They're so much better than most teams normally, though.
I know, but like
Yeah.
that's the thing. They're supposed to win.
Yeah.
Like they are supposed to win. What a joke.
I don't know. I have a tough time getting behind the women's soccer team right now
Yeah.
with how they're playing. Like,
Oh, that's why.
No, that's what I was talking about. What were you
okay.
talking
I don't know what we're talking
Oh, I
about.
figured
What are you
you were
talking
going to talk about them kneeling for the anthem.
No. I'm talking about like didn't they lose to someone like really
Whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's a
women's
very
women's
different
soccer and
conversation.
men's basketball in qualifying? Didn't they lose to someone like just no name teams?
Yeah.
Like why would you come
who,
into
the women's soccer team lost to? They lost to
They lost to Sweden.
Sweden. Who's
No, they're really good.
They're
gonna
like
win.
second in the world. I
Yeah,
think.
they're gonna win the gold now.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, Sweden's really good.
Oh, I thought
But
Sweden
I
was.
think I do agree with what you're saying when they both make excuses, both in men's basketball and women's soccer.
Yeah,
and they feel like it's expected of them to
like,
win it all.
why-
and
yeah,
they don't,
exactly.
And then like, oh well, it's this, and this.
It's like
Yeah.
no, just shut
Why
up
don't you
and
just
fucking
play?
win.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't hear
the
these other
game.
countries complaining about the refs constantly and stuff like that. It's just U.S. because they feel entitled to it.
I just hate complaining about stupid shit like that.
Can't get all-star calls in the Olympics.
Nope.
All right, well, moving right along. Got some interesting news. New York Mets don't sign first-round draft pick Kumar Rocker before deadline.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just they're not even.
A resident Met fan. What do you got?
I just don't get it.
cost yourself
I don't get it. Yeah, it seems like there's no. I really don't understand what the move
I mean,
is.
there must be something.
So the Mets
Something has to be
going on with his
so
elbow.
horribly wrong
the
with him,
Mets
though.
say that he's
Then you
injured.
shouldn't have drafted him.
Yeah.
So here's the full scoop. Here's the scoop. A bowl of cereal. Here's the scoop.
Off Cyril.
So Rocker didn't do a pre-draft MRI.
Rocket didn't compete in the Olympics. That's why he gets.
I can play in the Olympics. Yeah, just hops over on a flight, plays for Team USA, gets a gold. Rocker didn't do a pre-draft MRI, and the Mets didn't think that Rocker would fall to them, so they didn't do their due diligence in his medical history.
That is such a stupid fucking thing to not be prepared for that. Like, you have to be prepared for everything.
Exactly. So that's the Mets' excuse, is that he didn't do a pre-draft MRI. We didn't do our medical
excuse.
And so they say he wasn't healthy, so we didn't draft him. Scott Boras, who's Rocker's agent, says he's healthy, he's fine, and that the Mets never presented an offer to him.
So he can go anywhere now.
They didn't give him an offer.
So why would you draft him?
I seriously just don't understand.
I think they just saw his name on the board still and were like, fuck, we got to take him. Like,
but like, even if he was not healthy, like, is that not still worth the risk? Like, maybe he'll recover. Like, this is your first round pick.
Like, he'll be fine in a year.
Yeah, like even if it's not like you're calling him up tomorrow anyway.
Like worst case is like he needs TJ or something. He recovers for the year or whatever it is, and then he's still your first round pick.
Or sign him and trade him off later in some package.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, it's worth having it. I just don't understand.
Johnny, who was that lefty that
really
was signed that got TJ right away? And this was like maybe 5 or 6 years
ago. The Astros?
Maybe, yeah.
Appel? Was it Appel?
No.
They didn't sign?
No, not Appel. He was a California lefty out of high school.
Oh, I know who the hell you're talking about.
What's that? No. I forget his name. But similar situation where they sign a guy, they knew he's hurt, and...
Well, then, is it Giolito?
No, it's not Giolito.
Giolito, when the Nats drafted Giolito, they knew he just had Tommy John. The Nats have done that a couple times, but they'll draft a guy who just had Tommy John, because he'll be like a top 5 projected pick. And then he'll get Tommy John, get hurt, and then he'll slip, and then Nats will take him. They've done that a bunch with their draft picks. They did that with Eric Fetty. They did that with Anthony Rendon, who was supposed to be a top pick, who slipped to 6th because he got an ankle injury. But, I mean, when Steve Cohen decided that he was going to take over the Mets, he was like, "Oh, we're going to be the West Coast Dodgers." No, you're still the Mets.
Yeah, what is it like? It has not changed.
Nothing's changed. You guys have a different shitty owner to deal with.
They didn't do much at the trade deadline either.
So the funniest thing about this whole thing,
Brady Aiken.
What? Brady Aiken. Yeah, the other guy, the Astros.
Wasn't that exactly what happened to him? They knew he was hurt. They still drafted him. He got Tommy John, and he never panned out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a huge risk, but it's your first round pick.
It's not even that big of a risk though. Like, prospects don't work out all the time.
But here's the thing, that's the kicker.
They forfeited it.
Yeah, I mean, now you get nobody. You could have got somebody.
So they get the 11th pick next year in the draft for not signing Rocker. And here's the biggest thing about this, actually, is that when his projected cap slot, Rocker's, was very high because he's supposed to be a top pick, and you only have a certain amount of cap to spend on your draft prospects. It's capped, which is a stupid rule, and I hate it because
no cap.
I think you should be able to draft and sign your free agents, your draft picks for whatever money they want. You shouldn't have a cap to limit the amount of money you can pay your prospects. Nonetheless, the Mets realized that they had to draft worse prospects now because they have to give so much money to Rocker. So the rest of their draft class was weakened by that.
Mets are stupid. I'm sorry.
Not only that,
stupid.
It's not news.
And then not only that, but they also traded away their number 1 draft pick from last year to get Javi Baez.
Yeah,
this
that
week
was.
Too.
Yeah.
So they
Who's
just
that?
completely Crow Armstrong. I forget his first name. He was their first pick last year.
He's like a top.
He was our 5th.
So you guys are you guys trying to contend, or are you just faking?
That's
you're
that's what
contend?
it seems like. You
don't trade
we're
for
acting
Baez.
like we are contenders, even though we're like
the Rocker
hardly
move,
this
the
year.
Rocker move isn't like a contending or not move. He's not playing for you guys this year. The Rocker move is just bad ownership and bad management.
So what is what's the next step for Rocker? Like what's going to happen?
He's not going back to Vandy.
Okay.
He doesn't want to play there. He's going to train for a year, maybe play internationally.
Okay.
I think playing in Japan.
He can't sign as a free agent?
Can't sign as a free agent.
That's
Why not?
Because
Just like on the rule.
Because he's still eligible for the draft.
Okay.
And so if you're eligible to draft, you have to enter through the draft. If you were a senior and didn't get signed, then you could sign with as a free agent.
Okay.
But then you'd have
A bidding war.
players, players just saying, I don't want to sign with this team that drafted me. I'm just going to go be a free agent and then sign with any team.
So could he go number 1 overall next year?
He could. Yeah, theoretically he could.
It does feel like if a team doesn't even offer a guy a contract like after drafting them,
Then
that
they
like
should
they
be able-
could be a free. Like it
I
doesn't
feel like-
seem. I don't know.
There are problems with the
I mean,
draft.
he did get drafted. It wasn't like, I don't know. But to Johnny's point, say you get drafted by the Pirates, and you're like, I'm not signing, and you guys suck. And then the Yankees pick you
Right,
up or whatever, and it's like,
Yeah, that just becomes a shit show.
yeah, it's just then you're talking about a totally dominant league that everybody just, all right, I'm just gonna go with the good teams.
Yeah. Well, he also someone had an interesting point because I've read some people are very anti-draft, saying like the players should have the choice of where they want to go.
That's horseshit.
And you'd say like, oh yeah, the players are going to go to the teams with the best, the Yankees and stuff like that. But it's not necessarily the truth. I think more players would go to teams with best player development. Teams that where they know like, okay, this is an investment for me. If this team is like the Yankees, but they have bad player development, they can't bring prospects up. I don't want to go to them.
Like the Astros or Dodgers?
Yeah, I'd go to the Dodgers. I'd go to a team that like can
Still,
yeah, but that's because the Dodgers are fantastic at player development.
Yeah, but I just mean like it's if the two teams mentioned were like, oh, I'm not gonna go to the big market Yankees. I'm gonna go to the Dodgers. Like,
Well, then that would just encourage.
Kinda proves the point.
It would encourage more teams to get better at.
Where I live in California.
Johnny, I didn't ask.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, fuck you, John.
I didn't ask you. Are you a Dodgers fan now?
Oh, because all my players are on the Dodgers now. No.
Surprised you're still wearing a W on your chest.
Hey, I'm loyal to the W till the day I die.
I'm a huge Dodgers fan.
I talked
Loyal
about
to Walgreens.
Go Walgreens, baby. I talked about this on Friday. I also did my own podcast for my own Nats podcast that I do occasionally. I did one last night where about the Nats trading away Scherzer and Turner and everyone else to various teams. It was about you contend for 8 years, you contend for 19 years. You're one of the best teams of baseball the last almost decade. Sometimes if you can't develop your players in the way that Dodgers can, you can't draft like the Dodgers can. You can't find diamonds in the rough like the Dodgers can. You can't be the Dodgers, so you have to take a step back and retool.
So just give everybody to the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, they essentially did become the Dodgers. They just gave away all their players to the Dodgers.
exactly. Well, the Dodgers became the Nats.
With
So.
more starstruck
Yeah.
Mind
Talents.
blown.
I mean,
All right, Johnny, you want to give us an MLB update?
yeah, we'll keep talking trade deadline because the deadline
there was
on
a lot of
Friday.
things.
A lot of things happened
A
on
lot of
Friday.
things.
So
The Cubs are the best team that isn't a team anymore.
yeah. So speaking of the Cubs, Baez, Bryant, Rizzo all traded away. Baez to the Mets.
What are the
Bryant to
Cubs
Giants. I mean, they're all
totally
legends.
rebuilding.
They're totally rebuilding.
Yeah.
See, the
We'll
Cubs.
see them in 106 years or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're
But
not.
how about Kyle Hendricks, who's having a pretty darn good year?
Yeah.
Doesn't he have 13 wins?
What's his numbers? I remember he had a bad start to the year. Let's see. What are Kyle Hendricks' numbers? He just beat the Nats. Yeah, he's having a fine year. He has 13 wins, 3.71 ERA. I like Kyle Hendricks. I think he's one of the more underrated players in baseball. He just because he doesn't throw hard, he just throws junk stuff. I love how he pitches.
Just spots up perfectly every fucking pitch.
Yeah, the guys like that are so useful in the league.
You guys
Yeah,
got ice
surprised they
in his
didn't try to
veins,
move
too.
him, too.
Never makes any
They said they
motion.
didn't have interest in. They still have Contreras. They still have him. That's pretty much it.
Baez, Bryant, Rizzo all homered in their first games.
Yep.
Pretty
Did they
dope.
really?
Yep. For new
Damn.
teams.
Rizzo's been on a tear since he's been in New York.
Yeah, he had 2 home runs.
Where'd
so far in
Bryant go?
Yankees.
Giants.
What?
Giants.
So he had a lot of big moves. It was probably one of the most crazy trade deadlines ever. Like, there were so many big names moved.
Yeah, there was like 10 All-Star players that got moved.
3 of them from the Nats.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
For the other teams, not you.
Oh, yeah. From the Nats. It is remarkable the Nats had 4 All-Stars this year.
Oh, and you guys also traded Lester to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Instead of the Cardinals.
Good riddance. John Lester blows.
Hey, you know
John
what?
Mo Lester.
He's washed.
He is a Hall of Famer.
Sure, he's washed.
That's what you said about Pujols.
You know what? I will say
He's
Poole.
still on the Dodgers.
He's doing fine.
Well, wait, but what was that, Johnny?
He's doing all right. Fine.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
He's not the second worst player in
It's
baseball
because
anymore.
they very much limited him to only seeing lefties and playing very sporadically.
Smart.
But yeah, it's working.
I mean, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
I mean,
Get the guy a ring.
How many
working.
jerseys did he sell? That's what I want to know.
Probably a few. At least 4.
We actually
At least
we haven't
4?
sold a Pujols Dodgers
Under
one yet.
over 4.
No, we haven't. Yeah, you're right.
Oof. All right, I might have to just hit it right at 4.
Right at 4.
John, what else you got?
It's a push. Other trades. I mean, I'll go through like a winner and losers of the trade deadline. Apparently, Joey says all 30 teams made moves at the deadline for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's interesting.
that's pretty crazy.
So the Sox only got Schwarber, right?
Sox got Schwarber and 2 relievers. Hansel Robles. And
Glad that
another
worked out
reliever.
well for them this weekend.
They
Yeah.
suck.
All right, Nick, you want to talk Sox?
Let's do this. All right.
Put the mug down.
Let's do
Put the mug
this.
down.
All
Put
right.
the mug down.
Buckle up.
Let's do this.
That one
All
almost
right.
went through.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna tell you something. All right. I fucking told you they were going down. All right. This is like the Titanic. They're floating in the water. Everything's great. Everyone's having a grand old fucking time. They hit a fucking iceberg. The shit is sinking before our eyes. They lost to the fucking Rays. They're done. The pitching staff sucks. I fucking told you I wasn't bought into the Red Sox. I still ain't bought into the Red Sox.
Can we
They
record
fucking
this?
suck.
So when they win the World Series this year,
Are we all
just
recording?
ask
Can we record this?
What do you think we've been doing for 239 episodes? Oh my goodness.
I'm fucking tired.
Oh.
Had like 3 hours of sleep.
My
Record this?
God.
Wait, I'm like
We should record this conversation.
shocked.
I'm very shocked.
Guys, we should have a podcast.
Like just this, us talking. This is a podcast, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Just so you know, I had an out-of-body Casey moment right there.
That was definitely a fucking dodo move.
So anyways,
Into a microphone.
Can we record?
Hey, can we record this, you
I
guys?
guess the better question is, John, can you edit that out?
Oh man. Oh boy, not
The Red Sox are a game and a half back. I will add on that.
so
they are 5.5 up on a wild card right now.
That's not a rotation that's going to win in the postseason.
Why are the
Sorry.
Rays so good? That's my question.
Because they hate baseball, and I hate the Rays.
Yeah, but they're
What do you mean they
first.
hate
That is
baseball?
what
They're first.
Yeah, John, can we get an update on the standings?
Yeah, so
AL?
we're halfway. We're in August now. 2 months left of the season. Kind of crazy that it's only 2 months
Wow,
left in the
holy
season.
shit.
Yeah, the season
I watched a
flew
single
by. So, and first, you got your division leaders. Tied for the best record in the AL, we have the Rays and the Astros. Then you got the White Sox leading the Central. The wild card are the Red Sox and the A's right now, the Yankees and Blue Jays, and the Mariners, the 3 teams behind them. Mariners are 56-50. They're 6 games over 500 this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Since they traded away their closer, they've been bad though, which
Yeah.
was a stupid decision.
Yeah, I was.
I
Yeah.
don't understand that one.
Nope.
No.
And they didn't really get any. They got Diego Castilla from the Rays, but it's like, why would you do that to team morale for such a the GM for the Mariners said right after, it's like, this is a part of a bunch of trades we're about to make. They traded for Tyler Anderson, Diego Castilla, and that was it.
Woohoo. Bunch of trades, baby.
Yeah. So, so the Red Sox still 3 up on the A's and 5.5 up on the Yankees. Then we move to the NL. We've got the Giants with the best record in baseball, leading the West. Then we got the Brewers and the Mets behind them. Our 2 wild card spots are the Dodgers and the Padres. With the Reds 4 games back of the Padres, it looks like those, the Dodgers, Padres will be the wild card, or 2 of the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants will be the wild card. The Brewers are probably going to win the Central. They're up 9 games right now, and then the Mets, the NL West, the NL East is a fucking nightmare.
I mean, the Mets still holding on to first though.
Are they?
6 games up,
Damn.
or 6
Because the
games
NL
over
East also
500
sucks.
rather.
No.
They're 3.5 up on the Phillies. The Nats are only 6.5 back of a playoff spot right now.
But they traded everybody.
Traded everyone away. Like, it was the right move. Like, they're not gonna contend.
I don't think whoever
Like,
comes out of the NL East is contending. Doesn't matter who it is.
LGM, baby.
LGM.
LGM.
Can we get some more mugs over here?
I mean, I will say this about the Mets though: if they make the postseason, they're 1-2. If DeGrom's healthy, they're 1-2-3, can compete with anyone else's, and pitching's what gets you through the postseason.
That's true. Is he supposed to be back now after that setback?
He'll be back by September, is what they're saying. But yeah, DeGrom had a setback over
What
the
happened?
weekend too. Shoulder's still acting up.
Yeah.
Can't get through it.
Was this Syndergaard?
No, this is DeGrom.
Oh, Syndergaard is.
Where is he? Syndergaard?
He's still rehabbing
Yeah.
From
Tommy John.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He had Tommy John last March.
Gotcha.
Still rehabbing from it.
been
It's taking
hurt.
him a while. He did also have a setback with his injury too.
Okay.
Surprise, Mets
He was
injuries.
also previously hurt, like before that, so it was not like.
So that's where we're at right now in baseball. And then one more baseball story. Sebi Zavala, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He was catcher for the White Sox, made his major league debut this week. He had his first career home run on Saturday. Then on Saturday, he hit his second career home run. Then on Saturday, he hit his third career home run. He has 3 first career home runs on the same game on Saturday. He's the first player in AL/NL history to hit his first 3 career home runs in the same game, which I thought was pretty fucking
Whoa.
cool. Pretty awesome.
That's
cool.
a fucking sick debut.
Yeah.
So then he hits a $190 the rest of his career.
I mean, maybe until he
I would
hits
retire.
He's gonna hit a 3-0 home run, and then Tony La Russa will yell at him, and then his career will be over. So
Hey, we haven't heard much about the whole Tony La Russa and the White Sox thing. I think it's working out over there now, isn't it?
I mean, they're winning.
Was that video this weekend when he came running out of that dugout?
He's just like really.
He looked like he had the shit. That was a
He's coming
hilarious
out
video.
to argue something, to yell at a player, opposing player for getting one of his players.
He looks fucking old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
got to be out after this year, right?
maybe. I mean, if they win a lot, they are. I mean, it's between them, the White Sox. I don't know who comes out of the AL this year. It's a really weird league because there's no team that's like pops out at you as like, wow, this team's gonna dominate. Like in the NL, like the Dodgers, obviously.
I was gonna say, I'm still expecting Dodgers. I wouldn't mind seeing the Giants win, even though they've won in recent years.
Even your bullshit.
You gotta have a good fan base so they can buy those mugs.
That's what's important.
That's why you can't have the Rays win. We would not sell shit.
You do not sell a single mug. I don't think Rays fans exist.
We would literally they would sell like
can't
2.
say I know a Rays fan.
Do you guys know a single Rays fan?
I also don't know anyone from Tampa Bay, so
It's just Tampa, which is surprising.
There are Rays fans, I will say that.
Yeah, I also don't think people from Tampa in general exist. Like, there's just like no one that lives there.
I can confirm there are people that actually live there, Michael.
I think they're all
Thanks,
simulations.
No shit, people actually live in Tampa.
I went to school down there for 4 years. But I will say, when you go to that stadium, it is the most empty stadium I have ever been
It's
to.
just like a concrete like warehouse.
It pretty much is, dude. And
love cheap tickets.
you can basically buy a ticket in the nosebleeds, and walk straight down, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. And you can have front row seats.
What are they gonna say?
When the Nats were terrible back in 08, 09, I did the same thing all the time.
Ushers just don't care.
I got one more story that just came out. Nothing too huge. It's just something interesting to think about. So Jeff Passan from ESPN tweets, yesterday in his last game in High A, Rockies prospect Michael Tagala, I don't know how to pronounce his name, hit a grand slam, and it made one woman very happy. It was a grand slam weekend in Spokane, and his hit won her $10,000.
Damn.
That's cool. That $10,000 is the same exact salary that prospects in Class A make an entire season of work.
Yeah. Dude, the fucking, what are they called? Minors, the minor league players get absolutely shafted.
Exactly.
It's so bad.
That sounded painful to say.
Dude, I think I just had a brain aneurysm. Holy shit. That was awful.
I mean,
But like, if a
went over my
ballpark
head.
promotion can win a fan the equivalent of your entire salary, then like, what are we doing here?
That's baseball, baby.
It's just the $10,000 that
Lasco's
single A
making
players make.
$7,500 this year.
What do you say?
I'm saying Lasco. That's Lasco, baby. Making about $10,000.
Oh yeah, but the
Got felt that Jeep, baby.
the $10,000 that he made, that the players get paid, is a 72% raise from 2019, which is a step in the right direction. But like, still, if you can pay out a woman $10,000 for a ballpark promotion, and then you say, okay, here my entire team, this is $10,000 for the entire season. I mean, this is a multi-million-dollar operation.
And they're on their own, like, for housing and
like players are
it's
sleeping in
just
their
a shit
cars.
show, dude.
Players are eating like crap food. Like, it's embarrassing for a league. If I'm in the MLB, I'm just floored and embarrassed by how my league operates. I don't know how you can.
Manfred don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
It's starting to come to light more just like via social media and stuff like that. But I mean, until there's like major changes done, it really doesn't mean anything right now.
It's going to come down to just them doing something so awful. Other than, I mean, obviously what they're doing right now is terrible and how they treat their employees, but they're going to do something so over the edge that it's just going to blow up.
This is why players would strike, though. The only issue is that the major league players don't want to risk their salary for minor league players.
No.
There's no one standing on behalf of the minor league players in any of these negotiations. And so it's shitty that once you become a major league ball player, you don't care about the players behind you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, if the MLB players were to strike and say we want better conditions for minor league baseball, I think something would change. They're going to strike next year because they want more money in the second half of their careers. They want more money, whatever, after they've made their millions already.
Yep.
Which is whatever. That's another argument to have. But if you were to focus on yourself in the earlier parts of your career when you're in minor league baseball, then you wouldn't have to, I guess you still want that millions and millions of dollars, but,
I was going to say, so if you're already making, like, millions of dollars, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't really see it. I care a lot less about guys making more money on the tail end of their careers than, like, some guy just having, like, a living wage while he's playing minor league ball.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that's MLB update. Throw the graphic.
All right. So
and that's the graphic.
Pew!
Not Friday, but certainly we can talk about him. Florida man injured by Jaguar after climbing over barrier at Jacksonville Zoo.
Well, you're asking for that.
I mean, what are we doing here? You fucking moron. I guess I know what freaking animal fact of the day is going to be today.
So, according to zoo officials,
read this.
According to zoo officials, a 12-year-old big cat named Harry swiped at the man after he jumped over the safety barrier between the viewing area of the Jaguar exhibit and the fence. Witnesses said that the man appeared to be antagonizing the Jaguar before he made contact with the animal. He reportedly began taunting the Jaguar and reached his hand through the fence before jumping over the barrier.
I'm with Mike on this one. You deserve what you got.
Of course he does.
Stupid.
Why do you taunt a Jaguar? Why would you go?
I could take him.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. I'll fuck you up.
And then
It's fucked up, man. Fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Fuck you up, man. It's fucked up, man. I mean, that's why I just don't get why you antagonize a Jaguar.
Jaguar attacks him, kills him.
Don't tell me they didn't put that Jaguar down.
No.
did the guy,
all
die?
over again.
No. I'm just saying
He's
that
lucky
did
to still
happen.
have his hand.
Well, he's a fucking idiot. Well,
Yes.
They should just take his hand away.
That's like the guy who put his head in the freaking crocodile and the crocodile bit his head off.
Yeah.
Like
You asked for that one too.
people.
Some people just have two brain cells fighting it out in between their ears. See which one's gonna win.
And
Yep.
that one was the one that said, "Let's put ourselves in an alligator's mouth."
Yep. And that's
Pretty
the one
much.
that wins. It's insane.
Apparently, the zoo does not intend to press charges against the man.
All right.
What about the Jaguar?
But isn't he trespassing?
Put the
Technically?
Jaguar on the stand.
The zoo's not gonna.
The Jaguar is pressing charges for breaking and entering.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
who's
got a good
representing
legal
the
team.
Jaguar here? Nobody represents the Jaguar.
No, he's got a good legal team.
What's their names?
It's called
The people that probably represented OJ.
It's
Same
those
people.
big cats in Washington.
Carol Basket.
The big cats.
All right, moving right along. South American, in quotes, penis snakes discovered in South Florida.
That's what those snakes look like.
What the hell?
All right, I'm just gonna say it.
Native to Colombia and Venezuela,
Yeah.
these creatures can
Not what my
range in
dick looks
size.
I was also thinking that.
What did you say?
If your dick looked like that,
Oh, yeah,
please go to the doctor.
So these native to Colombia and Venezuela, these creatures can range in sizes from a few inches to 5 feet long, depending on the species.
The 5 foot long looks probably more like mine.
That's why they call them penis snakes. If your dick looked like that, you wouldn't be able to walk.
I mean, this is the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, okay,
I've heard that before.
if I had a nickel.
So why are they called penis snakes?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I mean,
Who's naming
Did you
these?
call them penis snakes?
no, that's what the article says. South American penis snakes discovered in South Florida.
Johnny just
I was like,
I call them all penis snakes.
All right, the words old and penis, I don't want to hear the same sentence again.
I don't know what they're
Fucking
actually
nasty.
called.
Oh man.
They're called Typhlonetics native. I don't know.
that's like the scientific name.
Yeah.
So their actual name, though, is
stretch
penis
it out.
snakes?
It doesn't say what they're actually called.
if I ask a scientist,
Is this guy
is he
call
going to
it
tell me
penis
that that's a
snake?
penis
So,
snake?
you see the penis snake over there? So yeah, they're native to South America, but they were just discovered in Miami. They're an invasive species
Oh
now.
no.
They're harmless, apparently.
I don't care if snakes.
Until they get
no.
between the sheets.
Oh man.
Can we move this topic, please? Can we move
You're
it
the one
on?
that's
Okay.
It's all.
As long as you guys are good.
So yeah, that's
TikTok star 2.56-inch mouth gape earns What?
That's a big mouth.
Earns Guinness World Record?
She has the largest mouth.
Damn. You could put the penis snake in there.
I was racking my brain.
Yeah.
I was like,
Someone's gonna bring up the penis snake.
we went from penis snake.
That's on you for putting those topics right
You
back.
put penis snake right after, like, right before largest mouth.
You don't think a joke's gonna be made about that one? Talked about all that.
I was like, should I
That
just...
is a fucking layup.
That is a layup. I'm not disappointed. Look, I didn't think of that when I was putting the topics in. I was just finding topics and putting them in.
Well, I did.
All right, let's see this lady's mouth.
It looks
Put that up.
photoshopped.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
wait,
that
I see
doesn't...
her talk.
How big is that shit? You could fit all of our dicks in that mouth.
Goodness.
All right, so my question about this whole mouth thing is, do you think her mouth was big to start, and she was like, I'm gonna work on getting the
No,
Guinness
she's
Book of World
born that
Record?
way. So this is what she looks like when she's talking. Like, get out of here.
This is gonna be terrifying.
Look, I mean, she's got a big mouth. Just look at the size of her cheeks.
Yeah, she's got big cheeks.
Have you guys ever seen the documentary on Netflix about her?
No, there's
Look,
Big mouth.
Shit.
she makes a lot of like weird faces.
Look at how big her mouth is. Bless you.
Oh, how many fries?
Chow them down in there.
Oh, a whole large fry? That's pretty impressive.
This is her as a cat child. Yeah.
Oh, that's like straight out of a horror movie.
Wow, look at her talk.
I mean, she's got to get lost when she's blowing somebody in there.
Oh my god.
Look at this. Look at her face she makes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is wild.
There's like
All right,
there's like
so
3 seasons about this on Netflix.
3 seasons?
Yeah,
Three
Big Mouth.
seasons?
Okay.
Oh, no, you
Get out of
didn't.
here. Get out of
Take a
here.
lap. Take a
Get
lap.
out of here.
Not even going to justify that with a
what
lie.
did you
No.
just say?
I'm totally lost.
There's
What's
an
that, a
animated show.
Oh,
Yeah, Big
we're gonna
Mouth.
explain it now.
There's like a show on Netflix called Big Mouth. That's
That's it.
It's a TV show.
So it's not. Okay,
No, it's not actually about her.
No.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, well, moving right
Got thrown
along.
off there.
Yeah.
All right, so we have one last topic before we get into Big Nick's Animal Fact of the Day, right?
That's right.
All right, so our last topic is transgender athlete Laurel Hubbard is eligible to compete in the Tokyo Games because of her qualifications and official IOC rules. So Hubbard is set to make history at this summer's Olympic Games as the first openly transgender athlete to compete in a solo event. The 43-year-old weightlifter was chosen by New Zealand's Olympic team on June 21st for the women's 87-plus kilo category, and under the International Olympic Committee's current rules that state transgender women can compete in accordance with their gender identity if they meet several criteria is eligible.
And on all seriousness, I am not trying to be funny when I say this. How are they qualifying? So is it a guy going to a girl or?
Yeah, if it's
No, like, I'm being
transgender,
serious.
if
I'm
it's
not-
a-
I think
if
it's
it's
a
a transgender
transgender
woman, it's a man that transitioned into being a woman.
Gotcha.
So how are they going to get,
So it's your T levels, your testosterone levels. They test for.
That's I was
They
going to
test
say.
for-
Is that
okay.
the criteria that they're
I'm
talking
almost
about?
certain it is.
Okay.
And if you meet
because obviously weightlifting would be one that would be seriously compromised,
right.
I would say.
So yeah, I'm guessing the way they do it is if you meet a certain level of testosterone levels in your body and you hit below the quota, then you're good.
Have they talked about having different categories in Olympic sports, especially because there's obviously so in track and field, we've seen men transition to women. Have they talked about having a separate category for transgenders,
so,
or is
no.
it still going to be?
No, I mean
Because I don't think there's enough athletes.
Well, none of that.
it
Wouldn't that
would
be discrimination?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
also
and then sectioning it off like that, I think it would not be.
I mean, could you imagine if
look
you
and,
quote unquote sectioned it off like
Yeah,
that?
I
The
don't know.
amount of crap you would get for that? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting that they're allowing this because I know historically
With the Olympic Committee?
I am surprised that this happened at this point. I would expect that it would take several more sets of Olympics to have.
So it's crazy that they're starting to allow this, but they still won't allow Sha'Carri Richards to
Yeah, right.
smoke weed.
They just need to kind of make it
They're just
uniform.
so old-fashioned,
I don't know. Yeah.
good for them for doing this. I mean, definitely moving in the right direction in terms of allowing more inclusivity in the games.
Especially if there's specific, they're taking precautions. They're basically taking the complaints that people are going to have in advance and being like, look, we're putting criteria here for this.
Yeah.
Like, you can, you know, got an issue with it. That's just kind of on you at that point.
Yep. I wanted to say something. I have a couple extra topics since we're out of topics now.
Sure.
Want to talk about them?
Drop some viewer questions also.
Yeah, drop some questions. So I saw this article this weekend about Joey Chestnut, and he talked about what actually happens to his body when he eats 76 hot dogs.
It's called you live on a toilet for like 10 days.
Yeah. So this is what he said. He said he compared it to like feeling bloated and tired after Thanksgiving, except much worse. He said immediately after competing in the hot dog eating contest, he began sweating like a madman, and that his sweat smells like hot dogs and is sticky and greasy.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Imagine how hard your body has to work to like digest that.
Yeah, you can't do that. I couldn't digest 4 hot dogs.
Dante, 10 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Easy.
Yeah, Mike.
Oh yeah, Mike. How did it feel? Why don't you tell us your first-hand experience? What did you experience after eating 10 hot dogs in 10 minutes?
I mean, don't even give me that much credit. It was only 9. But
I thought you got to 10.
No, 9.
Oh.
I was
Didn't get the
Humble
double
champion.
digits.
the people's champion. A lot like
Joey was fucking
the other guy.
right. I'm
not moving. I'm moving.
I mean, I can't imagine multiplying that by like 7 or 10 or whatever the fuck his
7.
number. Yeah, 7, 8, whatever.
74.
It blows my mind. I have never felt that in my life. Like, I smelled like hot dogs when I got down. Like, I drove down to the Cape. Like, my girlfriend and her mom were like, "You smell like hot dogs." Like, I was profusely sweating. It was disgusting.
You smell like hot
I ate a hot dog the following day, though. It was pretty fire.
Dante did too.
Yeah, it was bomb. I think I had like a weird craving for hot dogs after I just like ate a shit ton of them. I was like, I need more. So I had a few hot dogs, and they were good.
I underperformed.
You smell like,
I
you
could
smell
do
like
more.
hot dogs.
Yeah, I was like, I should probably
You
shower.
had one more and you're like, 10.
All right, I trained for 9 yesterday.
Yeah.
What's 10 gonna do?
But I mean, I can't imagine how he like goes out and drinks after too.
So what he said, he says,
Really?
no, he
I
said
think
after
so,
vomit.
dude.
No, he said afterwards I'm crazy exhausted, and usually the first thing I do is I'm either thirsty or I want to go to sleep. I usually take a nap as soon as I can. Wow. And then he talks about 4 hours after he does it, he has to take a shit. He's just on the toilet for a while.
Yeah, no shit.
And it says it takes 2 days for him to start feeling normal again.
That's not surprising. I think I would be out of commission a week if I ate 76 hot dogs.
2 days. Yeah, I mean that's
I
horrible.
mean, I'd be living on a couch and a toilet seat for like fucking a week.
Surprised he doesn't throw up.
How
What
do
if
you
that's like
not throw
what if
up?
that's like not honorable in the like competitive eating like, you know, circuit?
I think at that point, once you get it all down, like
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably the competitive eaters.
Yeah.
They care.
Yeah, I bet you they care.
He's a dirty player. He purges after.
yeah,
Big Nick.
All right. Looks like
Yeah.
we got any more, Johnny?
And then I got an article about Matt Damon, not the one we were talking about before, but he says Matt Damon is now a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, and that he's ditching the Pats to follow
said
Tom
this?
Brady. Matt Damon.
Some Tony he is.
Matt
Yeah.
Damon, like the actor Matt Damon?
Yeah, exactly. Matt Damon.
No, I just didn't know if it was like a viewer that said
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
He's ditching the Pats, he said?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck him.
We don't want him anyways, right?
Fair
weather
And
fan.
by we, I mean you, because I'm not a Pats fan either.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a Tampa fan because of Tampa Brady.
Yeah,
Tampa Brady.
he was asked if he would root for if the Pats for Bucks were in the Super Bowl, who he'd root for, and he said, "Go Bucks."
What?
Unbelievable.
That is kind of
He's
ridiculous.
probably boys with Tom Brady now.
Yeah, he definitely. Is
Yeah, well, he
Doesn't
definitely
matter.
is,
You're
but,
fucking.
like,
You're from Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
Abandoning your team that
You
you
guys-
watched win several
Are you still thinking
championships.
12 wins for the Pats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. They got an easy schedule too.
Ben
Easier
Affleck probably
schedule.
loves the Pats.
Do you know about the Ben Affleck birthday curse that used to exist?
The Ben Affleck birthday
I'm
curse.
not familiar.
So Ben Affleck.
Just want to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah, Ben Affleck, whose birthday is coming up soon, August 15th. Big Red Sox fan. From 1997 until 2015, the Red Sox lost every game on Ben Affleck's birthday.
Wow.
They were 0-15 on his birthday. From when Good Will Hunting came out until 2015.
Mike,
they
I
finally
mean,
won
put
their-
some money on that.
It's against the Orioles, August 15th. So
This
I think
streak
that
is-
streak will get
should
broken.
be a winner.
It is broken. It broke in 2015, but this is like a big thing that for 15 games in a row on Matt Damon's birthday or Ben Affleck's birthday, the Red Sox would lose. So
The Sox, baby.
Affleck.
All right, who do you like more, Damon or Affleck?
Affleck.
Damon.
Affleck.
I don't know, dude.
Roger Rabbit.
Please.
Okay, so Jaguar fan.
All right. We talked about Jaguars earlier. I had another one in mind, but we're going to go with the Jaguars since it was brought up in the topic today.
Animal fact of the week.
Didn't Snacky tap on the glass with the Jaguar?
Tiger.
Oh, Tiger.
Tiger. Yo, look at me, fucker. Literally says, do not tap on the glass. Hey, you. Hey, you. Look at me, fucker. Sydney. All right. Jaguars are the largest cat in the Americas and the third largest cat in the world after lions and tigers. They exist in 18 countries from Mexico to Argentina.
I didn't know. I thought they were only a couple countries. And Jacksonville, Florida.
All right. The Jaguar is the most adequate of all seven
Aquatic.
Aquatic. The hell's aquatic?
No, just aquatic. So like
Aquatic.
meaning they swim.
In the water. I was like, on what scale?
The Jaguar is the most adequate of all seven big cat species. They can thrive in a variety of wet habitats, including flooded forests in the Brazilian Pantanal wetlands.
I didn't know they swam.
Swamp cats.
I didn't know they swim
Yes.
either. I thought tigers were the only ones that swim.
Yes.
Doesn't surprise me. Jaguars are solitary animals. They typically travel alone, with males and females coming together only for mating season. Female jaguars will have 1 or 2 cubs at a time before they have up to 4. And I got one last one for you. Let's see.
That is a cute little
I have a
Jaguar.
fact.
That's
Look at that Jaguars.
I got one too.
You do?
The same.
I hope it's not. I want multiple.
Big Nick, would you have a Jaguar?
I'd rather take a pet tiger.
Would you drive a Jaguar?
I'd drive
A Jaguar.
I'd drive one. You know, I should create a car called the Tiger. Put that out there.
The tiger.
IPO starts at 0 right now. Last fact here is the Black Panther is not a separate species of the big cat. Rather, it is a term given to specific cats that have darker coloring called melanesium.
Yeah.
Both jaguars and leopards, as well as many other smaller wildcat species, can exhibit in melanesium. I think I said that right. So it's like a skin coating.
Melanism?
Yeah, so they're literally the same
It's
animal.
like the whole white tiger, orange tiger thing. So, yeah. But
Yeah, that was my fact. What was
That's
your
my
fact?
Mine was just gonna be that they were named after a car.
True fact.
All right, so
makes
fake
sense.
fact.
So that's
Fake
Big
news.
Nick's animal fact of the day, or the week,
Of the day of the week.
day, week, same shit. So I'll
That's pretty
save
much
the
all
one I
we
was
got
gonna
for
do today. I'll try to do that one next week.
Ooh, cool sneak preview.
I was gonna do, I don't want to give it away yet. I don't want to give away the position.
Don't go.
That's called
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
Never give away your position.
Can't give away to my position.
We got any viewer questions?
Not really. We got one. This is about the Celtics trade over the weekend, trading away Tristan Thompson.
Fuck
Not
that.
like
Yeah,
much.
Tristan Thompson is trash.
Look, let's enjoy not having Dante here with the fucking NBA crap, huh?
Holy
Who likes the
shit.
NBA? That'd be so stupid.
We didn't talk about the NBA today. That's gonna be the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Not,
Great.
not much happened. Oh wait, Russ signed with
Fuck.
the Lakers. When did that happen?
Thursday.
Oh, okay.
here
I was like, did we talk
fucking
about that?
go.
'Cause that's actually big news.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
We talked about that. What else? What else happened this weekend? Everyone have a good weekend?
How was your guys' weekend?
It was good. Yeah.
I think we could finish up early today.
Yeah, I can wrap it up.
Based on how many times we've gone over.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's wrap it up. All right, that does it for our show today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn those notifications on, and we will be back here tomorrow, Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. That's it. Have a good day, buddies.
On the bloss.